Hi everyone, Aldbar here. This is my video guide for key and chocolate farming in the Night Revels event. This also includes a designated build for anyone who needs it. Enjoy. Standing in House Juresco, we're going to step into the first main quest of this event. This is where we're going to be doing all of our farming.
During the Night Revels, the plain of Maybar becomes
Our goal over here is to run a specific route through this quest up to a certain point multiple times. We're going to continue doing this until we find the key, and as soon as we do, we will hit our D door and reset this quest. What you are watching right now is my fixed path. I'm going to keep on doing this exact same path over and over again. This collects aggro to the maximum amount of monsters as fast as possible. Basically, my goal is to kill as many as fast as possible and hopefully get a key. I realized that in over 2/3 of my runs, I've found a key just in the first starting area, making it much faster to just run the first starting area and reset if you don't get a key. The farthest I will go is up until this first boss. The reason being is right after him you get a shrine, so just in case you want to get rid of negative levels or need more spell points, you can reset.
you can hear the shuffling steps of
Of course, you need to step out of the quest, hit the reset on the login screen to the quest, and then you can just step back in, rinse and repeat. You are going to go into the quest 4 levels under your current level. In my case, I am level 15, that makes it level 11. This is the lowest level you can go in and get full rewards. Now, to boost your amount of chocolates, you're going to be using a draft of midnight. You're going to need to buy one of these. If you're just going for keys, you do not need the draft. It makes no difference. Now, the proper way to farm it is to do it with some kind of character who has good, powerful crowd control. So a caster or some kind of melee with great cleaves. In this particular case, I made a specific build just for this event. It does not require any equipment, and it's all the stuff you get by default. So stay tuned and I'll be showing off exactly how I made this build. Take you 15 minutes and you'll get it up and running.
During the Night Revels, the plain of Maybar becomes coterminous with this corner of Stonebridge. Dark energies are building throughout the graveyard.
When running this quest multiple times, you'll notice that sometimes you get lucky and you will get the key pretty fast. Once you get the key, just get out of the quest, reset, and start again. Here I just got my key. I'm going to clean up this last patch of monsters because I am on the draft of midnight and I would like to get extra kills. And as soon as I'm done, I'm trying to hit my D door. As you can see, it hasn't been off cooldown. I still have to wait a few seconds. So yeah, rich people problems. Not getting the key so fast that you're not off cooldown yet. Yeah, so this is going to keep on going. Multiple times you go in, run, and reset. So you can see over here again, I'll be showing off the run, and I'll have a few more points I'd like to make. I go over here until I get to these first 2 graves. I take a left, just to the end of the ditch, and jump back to the other direction. Here I'm going to run and go around this tree. This is getting the maximum amount of aggro, basically everything that can run at but me. Here I'm going to run all the way up to the path and get everything who's on the path. And then I'm going to turn back and stick back to the main road. Someplace I'll stand here like right in the middle of the path. If you're up too much on the side, sometimes you don't hit all the monsters with your blasts. One of the things about this build is it doesn't cost me anything. The warlock spells are free. So they're just endless. I don't have to keep on resting. Of course, if you have a actual good CC build, you can do much better. Here in this area, I go around these first few tombs. This will get extra monsters, and then I run up until I get to this tree. Then I try to run back to the path. You don't want to stand too close over here because there's a quell who can blast you, and sometimes it's annoying. Also, you notice I've got mummy rot. No, I don't have any way to deal with it, and I don't care. Over here, I'm going to step in these 3 piles of weeds, and that should get all the aggro of everything who's around me. Yeah, so quick and simple. And now I'm just going to go get the boss. So this is the run. I'm going to keep on doing this multiple times unless I get a key someplace before, and then D-door out. I have a speculation about why this works like this. I believe that there is a certain chance of getting a key from every monster you kill. Let's call it 1 in 100. And every time you kill a monster and don't get a key, that number drops by 1. So -1. So it's 1 out of 99, 1 out of 98, increasing your chance to get a key. And as soon as you get a key, that number gets reset back to 1 to 100. Now, the developers are trying to help you get a key, so they made it so when you step into the quest, you start off with, let's say, a modifier of -50. So the keys at the beginning are much easier to get. That means it's much easier to get a key at the start of the quest. That is my speculation. So that's why I've been doing it like this, and so far it's been working out pretty good for me. Here's for the numbers, okay? Overall, this entire run, I took 1 draft of midnight and ran until I finished it. As soon as I finished, I ended the run and got out. Now, in real time, I spent 1 hour and 14 minutes because I'm also spending time out of the quest. So 74 minutes in total. Okay? I got in this run of 74 minutes, I got 44 keys. That averages about 35 keys per hour in real time. When it came to chocolates, I made 2,222 chocolates off the 1 draft of midnight. And if you think you can get better than that, well, good luck. I don't think I've never found any place who gives better chocolates per minute. So that's why I do it over here. Now, what do you do with all these chocolates? Well, you can sell them or put them in the auction house. In my case, well, I go to the consumables. I'm going to buy myself a huge stack of restoration potions. This is the only place where you can easily get restoration potions, and you get them in a massive amount. So yeah, I'll be buying myself a few hundred of these and stacking them away in the bank. These are invaluable, especially if you don't have any way to cast restoration on yourself. This gets rid of negative levels, and this is great. I use it all the time. So this is my one time that I go and I stack up on restoration potions. This is my big opportunity, so to speak. This averages at about 1,800 chocolates per hour in real life. That was 2,200 for the pot. Okay, now for the build that I designated and created specially for this event. Okay, we're going to step in and make ourselves a character. We're going to go in for our iconic Morning Lord. Path, we're going to make it customize. We're going to put 14 dex. I'm going to put 15 con, and then everything else is going to go in charisma, including our level ups. We're only going to take for our skills. They're going to be spellcraft and jump. That's it. That's all we care about. Spellcraft and jump all the way to the top. Now over here for class feat, all I can take is favored by Minato. That's the only option I have, and I'm going to take one of the 3 meta magics that I need, which is maximize, empower, and quicken. You can do randomize whatever you want over here. Make sure I'm setting him to natural. This is important. And we're going to call him Key Farmer. Yeah, I know. Key with E is caught, so Key with A it is. Okay. Once you step in, we're going to go and talk to Elminster. Of course, we're going to refuse training, and we're going to get out of here. Once we step out into the tavern, this is important. Only after you step out into the tavern, so now you're going to log off. And here from the loading screen, we're going to log back in, but we're going to do transport to Eberron. Basically, we're going to land up in the Hall of Heroes, next to the marketplace, and this is much closer to the trainers. The only things I needed are my character sheet and the enhancement tab, and everything else we don't need. Oh yeah, there's also one other thing I forgot. Now that they've added your mounts to your stable, so any new character you start, if you have a mount on one of them, on one of your characters, you'll have it all of them. So I love that.
Attend the Night Revels, if you dare.
Once we make it to the marketplace, we're going to be heading to the trainer areas right next to the entrance to the marketplace. First one's going to be the cleric trainer. Take one more level of cleric. Again, all we care about is spellcraft and jump. The domain, we're going to take fire, because that means that fire and light spell power are now linked, so you only have to invest in one of them. Next, we're going to head over to the barbarian trainer. Take one level of barbarian. We're going to max out our jump, and then put the other point into spellcraft. We're going to take over here for our next feat one of the three meta magic we didn't take yet, so in my case empower. And that's it. The reason we took barbarian, it gives us 10% to our movement speed, and that just stacks with everything. You don't have to buff yourself. Over here now we're going to move over to our warlock. We're going to take put our points into charisma, and for my pact I'm going to take fiend. This is firepower. Spells, whatever, I just click something. All the rest of the level ups are all going to be in warlock, so all going to be the same thing. Jump and spellcraft, take some spell, I don't use any of them, and keep on leveling, keep on going. Jump and spellcraft. Over here we're going to take our third meta magic, so empower and maximize and quicken. So I need still take quicken. Here we go, that's it. You don't need any of the other meta magics, they don't help you. Next is again jump and spellcraft. Feats, whatever they give you, class feats you'll take. Spells, again, whatever, just click in. I don't actually use them, so they don't make any difference. Again, take your level up in charisma. Jump in spellcraft. Whatever the warlock feat is, just take it. Keep on going. Once we've got to this point where they give us a new feat to take, and we already took our 3 meta magics, now we're going to take the line of dodge, mobility, and spring attack. This will allow us to jump ahead and move faster. And after all, we are farming and time is everything, so having that ability is really important. Here we get one spell that we need, Dimension Door, so don't miss this. This is the one spell you need to pay attention to. Everything else makes no difference. Take whatever, I don't care. Again, class feats are just take whatever they give us to take. Spells, whatever. Level ups in charisma. And jump and spellcraft for the skills. We already took dodge, now we can take mobility. Dodge is a prerequisite for mobility. Maybe you can take tentacles if you want, but I don't actually use it, so it's pointless to me.
Edge of the Stonereach Market, a pensive form scans the thronging crowd. She is searching for heroes able and willing to face an unknown foe.
Finally, we can take spring attack. After we took dodge and mobility, now we have the option to take spring attack. Spring attack is an attack, but it's really a long jump, and you can use it for free, as long as you have a melee weapon. Once you are done, you can head to the post office. Well, now you log back in with your main. Here I'm just going to send myself a guild invitation. That way I can use the ship. If you don't have a ship, no problem. You can skip this. Also, I'm going to head over to the consumables over here and get myself a Draft of Midnight. For the Draft of Midnight, you're going to have to do the quests themselves at least once, each one at least once, so you'll have the other ingredients that will allow you to buy it. The draft itself is bound to account, so I'm just going to dump it in my shared bank. Now you know I was standing by the post office before. This means as soon as I log in, I can just click on the post office and get myself my guild invitation. This will allow me access to the ship. Yeah, we'll get to that soon. Then you go to the ship. You're going to make sure you get yourself some guild buffs. Also, don't forget you have to go get yourself the Draft of Midnight out of your shared bank. Once you've done all that, so, well, you can go and head over to House Teresco. This should take you right to the event. Okay, now we're here. We just have to set up a few last things. First thing is we're going to open up our cache of items that we get as a Morning Lord, and basically we're going to equip everything. Everything over here is good for us. The full plate has Arcane Spell Failure on it, but the Eldritch Burst and Eldritch Blast are SLAs, so it doesn't make any difference. We do not need the shield. It's trash, so get rid of it, but we're going to use the orb. The orb is what gives us the spell power of light and fire, which is exactly what we need. And the shield actually gives us the spell lore. The armor gives us the spell lore. So basically, out of the gate, we have all the items we really need to cause good AoE damage. Yeah, so that's it for the items. Now I have to set up our enhancements. Here's how I set up the enhancement points. We're going to use Enlightened Spirit and Tainted Scholar. Enlightened Spirit, we're going to go up to Chain in the Middle, take 1 point of PRR. Got myself shield, all the light spell power. Got myself my Eldritch Burst. Got the extra light damage, 1 point of charisma. Take everything in the cores that I can take, and take Eldritch Blast from the top. That's all I need from that tree. Tainted Scholar, we're just going to go up and get all the extra pack die. So try to go up as much as you can. I like it taking the ability that stops monsters into place and slows them down, but you don't really need to. You can take whatever you want. It doesn't make any difference. Make sure you get that critical spell chance from the tier 4. Well, now you have to set up your stuff on the shortcut bar. In feats, you're going to run down. You got your meta magics. You need to turn these on. These are going to be active all the time. These are basically going to empower your Eldritch Burst and Eldritch Blast, who does all the damage. And then inside of the Warlock, you just need to turn on your pack. Next, we're going to head over to spells. All we need for the Warlock spells is Dimension Door. Just put in your shortcut bar again. We're going to be using this all the time. It does not require spell components, so no problem there. In enhancements, you can take your Aura of Courage and Aura of Menace and turn both of them on. You're going to turn on your Eldritch Aura. This is going to be active all the time, and then your Eldritch Burst and Blast are going to be the two abilities you're going to spam all the time. Faltering Blast is something you also turn on. It's a stance, and it will just falter everything. Tainted Spellcasting, I don't actually use this. I just put it on my shortcut bar, whatever. Yeah, and that's it. We're ready to go. We're all set. Oh, one last thing I almost forgot. Inside of your martial feats, you got Spring Attack. This is important. Well, again, you can use this to boost ahead, so that's how I do that. Yeah, of course, if you want to get the extra boost for collecting chocolates, you'll take the Draft of Midnight, and this only works in quest, so it doesn't run out when you're waiting outside. Once you're done, you can just go to the shared bank and you can dump all your stuff in there. After all, let one of your other characters sell it and put it in the auction house. And that's it. Yeah, you're done with this character. I mean, you can leave this character if you really want, but there's nothing who's preventing you from just deleting him, and next time you want a character, well, you can just rebuild him. Again, you didn't have to pass him any platinum or anything, so it's not like you have to move stuff off. You didn't buy anything, and yeah, once you're done, you can just delete, or you can keep him, whatever you want. Enjoy. Anyway, so that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. I have a full playlist of all the quests if you want to check them out. Thank you very much for being a true fan, staying all the way to the end, and I hope to see you in one of my other videos. Bye.